Well, thank you very much, Rambe Usiko and our audience. I am coming to you from the Uganda Wildlife Education Center this afternoon, where the center, of course, has found it important to link the information to the academia. And just like you can see the ceremony, the stakeholders that this conservation center has worked with is right to launch a book that will provide information to the learners. The ceremony is just next, just like you can see, everything is set and different stakeholders are here. And the information here is that the learners in the secondary school should be impacted with this information. Over time, we have seen a lot of advocacy from government institutions about conservation, wetlands, among others, that people should put in mind. We have seen the center over time coming out to say the rescue efforts where humanity is going against wildlife and the response to save these animals is always on. But well, like I said, the book is right to be launched, and just like you can see, that's the ceremony. I'm just waiting maybe in a short time where I'll speak to some of the people who have been able to develop and come up with this information. How important are they and how are they going to impact the young boys and girls who are out there when it comes to conservation? Just wait for a short time, and if I can just put my microphone to fetch an information from one of the speakers here.
And what I've observed in this book is that it has developed the knowledge aspect. It has included activities. Those activities enable the learners apply the knowledge they've learned for that. I thank all the development partners who have taken initiative in developing this book, and I look forward to the next volumes that are going to come out. I take this opportunity now to officially, on behalf of the Director of the National Curriculum Development Center, launch the Conservation Education for Secondary Schools, Volume 1.
Well, the main function, they are done and they cut the ribbon. That means the book will be part of the curriculum when secondary school learners, secondary school students come to learn about conservation education. I just want to speak to the Executive Director to the Uganda Wildlife Education and Conservation Center to just break it down for us. What is contained in this book? Good afternoon and welcome to NTV.
Good afternoon. I'm glad to be on NTV. It's a great opportunity for us to be able to launch this book that is going to be linking academia to practical conservation. We want to call upon everybody who is watching us to take interest in the conservation of the environment, because many problems that are emanating now, like COVID-19, are as a result of habitat loss, where we have been able to encounter COVID-19 as a zoonotic disease.
Mr. Ed, if I just break you down, why is it only secondary school? Why have you picked interest in only secondary school?
This is the beginning. We have started with secondary schools. We've started with Volume 1 about biodiversity and ecosystems. We are also developing a teacher's guide to be able to guide them in carrying out this education. But we are also going to tertiary. We are going to do for primary, secondary, and tertiary, because we must cut across in all the secondary schools, the tertiary institutions, as well as higher institutions of learning and the communities. So we are going to spread across.
Thank you very much. For time purposes, we'll leave it there, but thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.
He is the Executive Director to the Uganda Wildlife Conservation and Education Center, just breaking down for us what is contained in the book. Over time, we've seen a lot of advocacy when people come out to speak about conservation, but this time they found it important that the people who are still at the secondary level should pick on the information that will impact when it comes to the conservation efforts. Rami Usiku, for time purposes, I want to come back to you in the studios. Very good afternoon to you and our audience.
The teachers